Hey guys, Keon here from the Rocket Hideout, and today's top 10 video is going to be on the top 10 spookiest Pokedex entries. This video is going to be a part of Spooky October for Pokemon until Halloween, and I will be posting at least one video a day until we hit Halloween. So enjoy the spooky videos, ladies and gents, and let's jump right into it. Number 10. For the number 10 spot, we have Gengar. Its dex entry in Ultra Sun states that it tries to take the lives of anyone and everyone. It will even try to curse the trainer who is its master. I think that's insane on so many levels. Controlling a ghost type is already hard as it is, but having your own ghost type curse you is even worse. I hope I never get cursed next time I see my Gengar out. Also, on top of that, it literally tries to kill you, like actively, which is also mind-boggling because you have to try to avoid, getting hurt and just getting cursed. Number 9. Next up on the list of spooky Pokedex entries, we got Driftblimp, the blimp Pokemon. In Pokemon Pro version, it says that it carries people and Pokemon when it flies, but since it only drifts, it can end up anywhere. And in Ultra Moon, the Pokedex also says that the raw material for the gas inside of its body is souls. When its body starts to deflate, it's thought to carry away people and Pokemon. This Pokemon tends to take people and Pokemon away in the afterlife, which is spooky and kind of fucked up if you see it at dusk. You're pretty much as good as dawn, This is one of my favorite dex entries as far as ghost types go. Number 8, we got Banette. Back in the good old days of Gen 3 and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, it has some pretty interesting Pokedex entries. In Emerald, the dex says that an abandoned plush doll became this Pokemon. They're said to live in garbage dumps and wander about in search of the children and threw them away. They just hit you with this entry right away. Game Freak has no chill, and if you thought that was chillin', then check out what the Omega Ruby dex says. Banette generates energy for laying strong curses by sticking pins into its own body. This Pokemon was originally a pitiful plush doll that was thrown away. That already is kinda scary. The thing is, this thing is bent on revenge since it was thrown away. So that's already something you don't want to deal with. Its hatred for the person who threw it away turned it into a Pokemon. This is like the Darth Maul of Pokemon. Number 7. So as we continue the list, we end up reaching the number 7 spot, and this spot is reserved for Dusclops. I personally enjoy the dex entries for Dusclops versus Dusknoir. And talking about dex entries, Dusclops has some pretty insane entries. In Pokemon Sapphire version, it said that Dusclops absorbs anything, however large the object may be. This Pokemon hypnotizes its foes by waving its hands in a macabre manner and by bringing its single eye to bear. The hypnotized foes is made to do Dusclops' bidding, and in Omega Ruby the dex entry says that Dusclops' body is completely hollow. There is nothing at all inside of it. It is said that the body is like a black hole. This Pokemon will absorb anything into its body, but nothing will ever come back out. So pretty much Dusclops absorbs everything and anything like a stomach without a care in the world. It's insane and spooky, and that's why it makes it onto the list. Number 6. As we keep going on into the spookier and creepier dex entries, for number 6, I'm going to bring you Frostlast in this spot. In Sun and Moon, the Pokedex says that when it finds human or Pokemon it likes, it freezes them and takes them to the chilly den where they become decorations. Along with the soul of a woman, lost on a snowy mountain, possessed an icicle becoming this Pokemon. The food it must also relishes is the soul of men. This is the most demented dex entry I have ever read or seen. It's insane. As a dude, I don't want to fuck around with this Pokemon, you feel? I'll get my soul sucked out of me or frozen, Lamau. But it's pretty creepy, and I'd say it's the most graphic, in terms of what these ghosts can do. And that's why it makes it onto this list. Number 5. This Pokemon on the number 5 spot, I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's Sableye. I love it because it's demented and creepy looking, and also in Sun and Moon, its dex entry explains that this Pokemon is feared. When its gemstone eyes begin to glow with the sinister shine, it's believed that Sableye will steal people's spirits away. A classic trait of the ghost typing, stealing someone's soul, but it gets better. Mega Sableye is bathed in the energy of Mega Evolution, and the gemstone on its chest expands, rips through its skin, and falls out, turning into that giant gemstone. So not only does it steal other people's souls, but its gemstone gets ripped out of its chest. Talk about unlucky. That must hurt a lot. I'm happy to add Sableye to this list because it's definitely pretty spooky. Number 4. I'll bring you Spiritomb. You guys may remember fighting one in Diamond and Pearl and also Platinum. It has a cool design and some spooky Pokedex entries to match. In Pokemon Diamond, its Pokedex entry says that a Pokemon was formed by 108 spirits. It is bound to a fissure in an odd keystone. And that, folks, is straight insane. It's about like Pandora's box, but for souls. I couldn't even imagine what 808 spirits would look like, let alone control them. I feel like if you fuck around with Spiritomb, you'd end up cursed or something. And in Alpha Sapphire, the Pokedex also says that it was bound to a fissure in an odd keystone as punishment for misdeeds 500 years ago. So it must have done something super bad to be bound 500 years ago. It's such an odd ghost type and one of the more creepier ones. Number 3. For the number 3 spot, we're going to be talking about Gourd, guys. It's an awesome Pokemon to talk about right before Halloween. This Pokemon is almost like a Mandrake from Harry Potter. It tends to do creepy screams and is super eerie. It said in its Pokedex entries that it makes the eerie cries emanating from its body in the dead of night. The sound are said to be the wails of spirits who are suffering in the afterlife. It's definitely one of the creepier Pokemon in terms of Dex entry. In Oros, the Dex entry gets even better, and it says that it enwraps its prey in a hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. It's almost like the Joker. It's demented and spooky, and that's why this Pokemon is number 3. Number 2. Alright. Next up on this spooky Pokedex list, we're going to be talking about Dalmais. Dalmais, I think, is a unique ghost type because of its body made of seaweeds. The Pokedex of Sun and Moon says that swinging its massive anchor, it can KO Wailord in a single blow. What appears to be green seaweed is actually its body, and it wraps its prey in green seaweed and sucks away their vitality. It only goes after big prey like Wailord. It's insane because it tends to lower its anchor and wait for its prey. It catches large Wailords and drains their life force. This thing is a predator in the sea, and be wary of interacting with it because it tends to hurt Wailord, and if those things are huge and end up getting their life sucked out, then you have no chance of surviving, my guy. You'll end up like a Capri Sun or a Raisin. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I'm glad to have it as a number 2 spot in this spooky Pokedex list. Number 1, I'm thinking of bringing you Cofagrigus. I like Cofagrigus because its sarcophagus and its Dex entries are some of the best in terms of it being spooky. It has been said that they swallow those who get too close and turn them into mummies. They like to eat gold nuggets as well, so they practically turn you into a mummy. That means you're decaying and dead when they swallow you up. It's also said that there are many depictions of Cofagrigus decorating ancient tombs. They're symbols of wealth that kings of bygone eras had. It's a pretty sick Pokemon with some sane Dex entries, and honestly, that's why I made it the number 1 spot on this list. There's nothing topping this Pokemon in terms of like the fucked up Pokedex entry, I think, in my opinion, and that's why I made it onto the list. And that's it for my top 10 spooky Pokedex entries. If you like this video, make sure to give a thumbs up and turn the bell icon for more videos that I post. And if you agree with this video or disagree or have any opinions, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And also let me know what video I should do next. This is Keon of the Rocket Hideout, signing out.